Stop fighting cloudy green pool water the hard way. Use the right Algaecide once and enjoy that crystal sparkle for weeks. Here's a countdown of the 5 products that actually moved the needle in hands-on testing. Some surprised, a couple disappointed, and one clear winner for most pools. In this video, the plan is simple. Walk through the pros, cons, and real-world feel of each formula, from quick maintenance helpers to heavy-lift algae killers, and explain when to use each one for green, mustard, or black algae. Stick around. 5. Clorox Pool&Spa Algaecide and Clarifier. Well, this one looks great on paper, a non-foaming algaecide paired with a built-in clarifier, marketed to kill and prevent green, mustard, and black algae while keeping water crystal clear. In use, the convenience is obvious. Dose it, keep the pump running, and the clarifier tightens up fine particulates so the water reads brighter the next morning without clouding or suds. It's compatible with salt and chlorine pools, which makes it an easy reach for mixed equipment setups. In maintenance doses, it's, pleasantly boring in a good way. As a weekly preventative, it helped hold line against light green tint and post-rain haze, and the clarifier effect meant less time fiddling with separate bottles. The product profile highlights that it treats and prevents all algae types and stays non-foaming, which matched the experience in a vinyl pool and a pebble finish pool, no surface issues. But here's the thing. When confronted with an established bloom, especially after a hot week and low chlorine, the results were inconsistent. Some cycles cleared up nicely with filtration and brushing. Other times, the same dose felt like it just slowed growth rather than knocked it out, and a shock became mandatory before progress happened. That mixed performance shows up in buyer feedback too. Great for prevention, less reliable for heavy kill. Another trade-off is cost to impact. For prevention across up to 53,000 gallons per bottle in a season, the value seems fine. When using kill doses, the bottle drains faster and the economics slide compared to stronger actives. 4. Doheny's Super Algaecide Plus. Doheny's brings a chelated copper backbone at about 7%. That's a serious, broad-spectrum approach designed to take on green, black, and even stubborn, yellow, mustard algae without foaming. The chelation helps reduce staining risk while keeping copper bioavailable, and a clear dosage stripe on the bottle is a surprisingly helpful touch for dialing in ounces per 10,000 gallons. In tests, the first dose after a shock took a pool from murky green to a dull gray within 24 hours, with dead algae settling out for easy vacuum to waste the next morning. Compared to Quats, it felt more decisive against mustard smears on steps and sun-splashed walls. Those patches let go faster under this formula. The non-foaming behavior made it comfortable to run with water features. However, copper has rules. This product specifically shouldn't be used with biguanide systems or certain alt-chem lines, and those compatibility limits matter in mixed chemistry households. While chelation helps, sensitive surfaces and high-metal source water still deserve a metals test and conservative dosing to avoid tinting. It's also worth noting that best practice is to shock first, then add this once chlorine returns to normal range, so it's not the single bottle fix some hope for. The payoff is longevity. With proper brushing and filtration, the residual prevention window stretched multiple weeks up to a couple of months before needing a light bump, which tracks with the product's long-lasting positioning. In hot snaps, a small maintenance dose kept edges from backsliding. 3. Poolmate Premium Algaecide, Algaecide 50. Poolmate's quaternary ammonium formula, a 50% quat, is a classic workhorse, non-staining, compatible with common pool surfaces, and positioned to both prevent and destroy algae while controlling that slimy film that shows up under rails and ladders. It's also designed for quick re-entry, swim shortly after dosing when circulated, which makes it friendly for busy pool days. In practice, the initial treatment dosage restored sparkle in lightly affected pools without any metallic feel or staining risks. As a weekly maintenance dose, it held the line against green algae pressure effectively, with a noticeable drop in the need for clarifier when filtration was healthy. The instructions are straightforward. Add along the edges with pump and filter running, Then brush and let it circulate for visible algae situations, bumping to a higher dose per 10,000 gallons. Then vacuuming out the dead matter after 24 hours gave a predictable, repeatable result. It's a nice rhythm. Shock if chlorine is low, hit with the quat, brush aggressively, and the pool looks renewed by day 2. One thing appreciated here is versatility. It doesn't complicate metal management. It plays well with standard chlorine programs. It leaves no residue, and it's priced reasonably for volume use across a season, which makes it attractive for larger pools or those needing frequent top-offs after storms. This is the reliable sedan of algaecides. No flash, just consistency. For those avoiding metals or wanting a predictable weekly protector that can double as a cleanup helper, Poolmate Premium Algaecide feels like a safe, steady choice. 2. HTH 6784 Pool Care Algae Guard Advanced. HTH's Algae Guard Advanced is a non-foaming, fast-acting, all-in-one algaecide that's explicitly positioned to destroy and prevent green, black, and mustard algae, with the bonus of swim immediately convenience. It's compatible across pool types, including vinyl and salt systems, and fits neatly into an every 3 to 5 days cadence during peak season or as part of opening or closing. In side-by-side use, the immediate effect was impressive. Dosing into a circulating system cut down green haze quickly, and it kept water clear through heat waves better than lighter quats. The fast recurrence control was noticeable when paired with routine shock. Dead algae settled fast and didn't reappear when filters were maintained. The 5-in-1 style claims focus on breadth, heavy bloom control, cross-type algae kill, and prevention, which aligned with the experience in both shaded and sun-exposed pools. That add-and-swim promise held true. There was no foam, no odd film, and no residue. For owners who want a single brand system, it locks in smoothly with HTH shock routines. What stood out emotionally, honestly, was the relief of not needing to wait hours to hop back in. After a weekend barbecue, dosing at dusk and waking up to clear water felt like cheating in the best way. And the compatibility notes make this a low-friction pick for most households. If consistency and speed matter, this formula feels like a genuinely strong mid-price, mid-effort solution that handles both prevention and active blooms without drama. It's the one to keep on hand if algae tries to surprise after heat or low chlorine. Copper Pool Algaecide. Here's the top pick when the job simply must get done. A copper-based algaecide around the 7% copper range, built to control a broad spectrum of algae, including the persistent yellow, mustard, and entrenched black types that laugh at light quats. Properly formulated and chelated, these deliver decisive kill strength with long residual prevention, making them ideal for pools that see recurring blooms or receive heavy sun and organic load. In testing under tough conditions, warm water, low stabilizer, patchy mustard, the copper algaecide hit fast, turning the water from pea green to pale gray in under a day, then fully clear after brushing and a filter cycle. The bottom dusted with dead algae that vacuumed out cleanly, and the surfaces, including textured steps, lost their stains without scrubbing battles. That blunt power is what wins this the top spot. The value shows up over weeks. With careful dosing guided by pool volume, a follow-up maintenance dose kept edges spotless through high UV stretches. Diluting before application, per common copper label directions, and pouring around the perimeter helped distribute it evenly for a uniform kill without hotspots. Now, copper demands respect. Even with chelation, pools with high metal content or delicate surfaces should be monitored. And a metal sequestrant plan isn't a bad idea if source water carries metals. But when the assignment is end the bloom and keep it ended, this category outperforms, especially on mustard and stubborn green. Final thought, that's all for today.